Okay. Hey, and welcome back. I am about to make some homemade mac and cheese, and I thought it'd be really cool to have y'all watch. Sorry for this super weird camera angle. This is the only place that I could really find that y'all could kind of see what I'm doing. You're not really gonna see me, but you'll see what I'm doing, which is all that really matters. So I have elbow noodles. I've got, 1 second, heavy cream. This is not the same brand of butter I normally use. I normally use Country Crock, but this is all they had. So I've got butter, black pepper, salt, panko breadcrumbs, and cheese. So I've got my pot right here. I'm gonna put it on high. I want to, all my measuring cups are dirty, but I'm gonna fill this up with water. I don't measure, I just put water in there, and then I kind of put however much. This is the pan I'm going to be using because I'm going to be cooking this on the grill. So however much macaroni will fit in this is how much noodles I'm going to use. But be right back. I got to fill this up with water. I guess I really should have done that before I started the video, so I'm sorry. Trying to eyeball it, see how much pasta I'm going to put in there. So, I've got this in here. I'm going to put a little salt in there. I really don't know why. I just watched my mom do it growing up. Anytime she was boiling something, it doesn't matter if she was going to get rid of the water or not, she always put salt in there. I'm going to put a little dab, probably like a teaspoon of olive oil in there to keep the noodles from sticking together. Even though this is a non-stick pot, I still don't want my noodles to stick together, and that kind of helps prevent that. So while this is going, I make a little sauce to go on it. So in this skillet, this is a non-stick skillet as well, I'm gonna turn it on medium, low to just medium. I'm gonna add my butter. Normally I just use regular milk, but since I have a little bit of this left, I'm just gonna use this, which is perfect. Sorry, put my noodles up. So while this is going, this is what's gonna take the longest. So I put I keep saying this, you don't even know what I'm talking about. In this skillet, with this is like the sauce that's gonna go over it. I put my milk in there. I'm gonna put cheese in there. Again, I don't measure. But it all depends on how many people you're cooking for anyways. But if you can just see me, I don't really know if you can or not, to be honest. You can, to me, honestly, you can never put too much cheese on anything. Especially not macaroni and cheese. That's like the main ingredient. So, put that in there. I'm gonna put some butter in there. If you could see that, that's probably 3 to 4 tablespoons of butter. I'm gonna put this back in the fridge before it melts. Or gets too soft. I'm gonna come and put some pepper in here. I would say a solid tablespoon if I really had to measure. And I'm gonna put some salt in there too as well. I don't know how that's... You basically just have to wait for all that to melt down. I'm gonna put it on medium high. I'm putting it on medium high because I'm on the back burner, and the one in the back is really slow on my electric stove versus this one. This one's fast and cooks very quickly. There we go. So however much you want to put more cheese than you do anything else in here, because you don't want it to have a milky flavor, you don't want it to have a butter or a oil flavor, nothing like that. You want it to have that whatever type of cheese you want to use. I use mild cheddar. Normally I use what is that? I use like finely shredded, a lot smaller than this, but this was all they had. This is big chunks. I normally go like a size smaller than that, but I use just mild cheddar. And if you can't hear, this is boiling. I just come through and stir and make sure it doesn't stick to the bottom. Y'all, this video might be boring. It might really be boring because it's taking forever. Also, since I'm using a skillet and not like a dish or whatever, I lined this with oil. You can use vegetable or olive. I normally use vegetable because your cast iron skillets, that's what you're supposed to do to season them anyways. Got super greasy. I'm gonna come back with a paper towel and kind of get that excess off. If you can hear, this is now cooking. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it looks good. It's gonna be thick. You wanna keep it hot as you can, but don't boil it. And you wanna stir it until it's a smooth consistency. It's gonna be cheesy like that, like stringy, but you want it all mixed together. Like I'm looking at it right now, and there's dark yellow and still some white left in there. So I want to stir it until that white is completely gone. I'm gonna turn it down back to like a 4. So medium, low. Alright, that's pretty done. That's extremely creamy. That might be too much sauce, to be honest with you, since we're only doing this as like a small side dish. I'm gonna turn that off. I don't know if you can see it. I'm gonna try to show you. That's what it looks like, which I know my camera's a little off, but y'all can see that. See, it's still gonna be a little stringy, but not really. You don't want it to be too stringy, and you don't want it to be like mixed up. No, the wrong thing. Okay, you want it to be mixed up. You just don't want it to look like streaks of white or streaks of whatever in there. Now, every time I make mac and cheese, I swear I probably do it different because I made it so many different times, and I go to make it and I start it and I don't have a certain milk. Like, that's a good example. I don't ever have heavy cream in there, and I just so happen to, and that's what you're supposed to really use because it's a pasta. But normally I just use whole milk. Whole milk does the same thing. And this sauce is what, when you're eating it, and not the boxed macaroni and cheese. That's a whole different process stuff. But homemade, when you eat homemade macaroni and cheese, typically when you go to scoop it out when it's done, when it's cooked, and you go to scoop it out from whatever pan it's in or whatever, normally it's kind of creamy around the pasta, deep down. The key, and sometimes on the very bottom it'll be kind of hard or crusty, dry. What I've learned to do to keep that from happening, no matter what kind of dish you're using, I layer it. So I put a layer of this very little bit on the bottom because this will burn very fast. And I put a layer of noodles and then a layer of this, and a layer of noodles, layer of this. And that keeps all of your noodles from the top being super moist, or the middle being super moist, and the bottom and the top being dry and crusty. I don't know how y'all can tell the noodles are done, but I typically just get a few noodles on the spoon. I always say if you can see that. I can't see what y'all are seeing, so I don't really know what you're looking at, but see, that's not done. It's still a little spongy. Yeah, but just a little bit longer, and then they'll be done. But this smells really good. You don't have to put that much pepper or that much salt in this. You can completely take the pepper and salt out and add that in later, when you make your plate, in case you have somebody in your family that doesn't like a lot of salt or doesn't like a lot of pepper or whatever. You just do that later to your own plate. Y'all can still hear me, but I had to turn that vent on. I hope y'all can still hear me. Y'all, I know my neighbors think I talk to myself. I leave the door open during the day because it's up here in South Haven. It's really nice. It's not too hot and it's not cold. Although some days have been chilly, but my neighbor's outside in the backyard. LOL. Here's my noodles. They've gotten a lot bigger since I put them in here. And this is the cream sauce. I don't know if that helped, but really, honestly, if y'all want to fast forward and skip to the end, y'all really could. Sorry, I'm trying to prop you back up so you can see everything. only say that just because this can take another minute, not too much longer. But I know this video might be really boring. But with the noodles, you gotta keep stirring, or otherwise they will stick to the sides of the bottom. It's starting to look done. Let's see. I know there's like a urban legend or whatever you want to call it, that to see if your noodles are done, you take them out and throw them at the wall, and if they stick, they're done. If they don't stick, they're not done. I think that's how it goes, if I remember correctly. Okay, so I'm going to turn that off, and I'm going to grab a strainer, and I'm going to grab y'all, so y'all can see me. Okay, and take y'all with me. Y'all can probably hear the noodles. Sorry, you're very crooked. Okay, there you go. Alright. So this is what my noodles look like, if you can see that. But I just want to pour them in here. Sorry, my spoon got in the way. For me, I like to shake the bowl around this a little bit and get all that excess water out of the noodles. So that's a done noodle. That's a weird saying. Alright. I don't give it any time to cool or anything like that. I just dump them. Take them over here. I don't know how to show y'all. Let's see. I wonder if y'all can see that. I'm checking the camera. Okay. If I move the pan right there, you can. Alright. So, like I said, I layer this. I'm going to put a layer of mac and cheese. Normally I dump it in there, but I think I have too many noodles. I just don't have a skillet bigger than this. Well, I do. I have one, but I have to use it for, I'm going to make a chicken too on the grill. Okay. So I've got it like about halfway. You could do about 1/3 of the way, so half of that. And then I'm going to take this. Y'all can see that. And I'm going to pour it over. And a good little layer. I'm going to smooth that out. So you want to make sure it's even, and if you have a bigger skillet than this, you're probably doing better than me. I gotta make sure it's not gonna boil. Okay, my camera cut off again. Anyways, like I was saying, this is basically done, but this new recipe, I found one ingredient that I do like in her recipe, and it's panko breadcrumbs. So I only have like 5 minutes to tell you all this, but I'm just gonna put this on top, and then I'm gonna stick it in the oven. I'm gonna bake it at 350, but you can do it in the oven, but I'm gonna do it on the grill. That's why I put it in a skillet. I'm gonna do it on the grill, and then I'll have the cover, the thumbnail or whatever, I'll have it of the finished product so that you get to see, since my camera is stupid. I guess you can come with me to put these breadcrumbs on, and then my camera's probably gonna turn off. To me, the breadcrumbs are like when you're at Cracker Barrel or an Italian restaurant. They always do the breadcrumbs on top, and I never knew it was panko. I'm making a mess, but that's okay. Okay, so you saw how much I used. I didn't use a lot, but I just covered the top in the breadcrumbs. Okay, so I'm gonna go turn the grill on, and I haven't even turned it on yet. I'm gonna go turn it on, and then I'll stick this in there, and I'll have my thumbnail as a finished product that you'll get to see, or maybe I get to do like a part 3 or something stupid and cut into it and video that. I don't know yet, but I'll see y'all later.